Okay, this is a demonstration, a demo of a Texas Instruments 3220 launch pad using a Pervasive Displays electronic paper display. And as you can see, what it's doing here is it's updating the display a little bit worse than 2 hertz. When it powers up, I have it going out and getting the time off the internet, and then it updates the display internally with the time. It also is reading 2 EPD ports and cycling through them and displaying the hexadecimal values of that. The way it's working is that it has a background image that throws up that has the URL for AuditSoft there, and the arrow, that's background. Everything else is written. The fields that are blanked out by writing on top of the field. So if I want if I want 2 ADCs, for example, to go away, I write spaces there. Now I'm not real gentle with my toys, so you'll see a little dot in the middle where I've damaged it there, and it looks like I've got a line across it that I've induced into the thing. But still, considering how many times and how many different things I've used this for, this display works pretty well. I'll zoom in so you can see what it looks like up close and personal. Let it focus. There you go. And that line wasn't there yesterday, but whoops. I might be able to get that line out by doing a lot of refreshes on it. There are some tricks to doing this, so when you do it, you may run into problems. I even have found and reported an error in the drivers from Pervasive. But it's just a little different with the 3220. I've also done it for the 3200. Not exactly the same application, but the same concept here. So I'm using several fonts here. You can look at them and you can see the very tiny fonts and the larger fonts. Generated those from a little program I wrote to take a bitmap and convert the bitmap up to what's necessary to display the characters on the screen. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see some of the damage that's done over time. It didn't show up this much here, but some damage that's done over time when you're doing the partial update, and this is what we call the partial update. I'll zoom in on this baby here. Well, it's not liking me. Hold on just a second. I apologize for this foolishness here. Okay, now I don't want to block the light. Zoom in. There we go. There we go now. Bear with me. Okay. All right, you can see here, you can see the little dropouts that are occurring in the characters. That's because we're doing the partial update. And over time, it causes a problem. You can, and you should totally refresh the screen as we would for a power-up periodically, depending on what you want to, how frequently you want to do it, and how willing you are allowed to let the screen get garbaged up. When you read the Pervasive material, that'll explain to you what's happening and why. All makes good sense. When to what I call clean the screen, you have to go through a longer process, which is sort of a bother. So I think what I'll do is I'll show you what that looks like. I'm running under Code Composer Studio version 8.3.0. I've done it for the CC3220. under Code Composer Studio 8.1, and I've had some success, but not total success doing it for MSP 432. I'm planning on going back to that. Let's see. All right, so I'm starting the program back over again, and I will show you. This is what it is doing on Power Up. That's where I'm going out and getting the time off the internet. Okay. This is not real important, so I'm not worried that it's not focusing too well, that I have a cord in the middle of it. But it comes up, and this is the time. Whoops, this is the time that it is. Oh, I waited too long. Let me start that over again. Sorry I'm wasting your time on this. On the display, you'll see it's got a little number there that's counting up. I just count the number of loops. I like to do that sort of thing for a program like this. So when I let it run for thousands of loops, then I can see it happen, and I can get some feel for how it might look after a while. All right, so I'm not going to show you the PC screen. What this thing does, it has it has a UART channel that it's using, and it's talking to the PC to display that stuff I saw a minute ago. But also it has a TTL bit fiddled RS-232 channel that I'm not demonstrating here, but it has it built in so that you can send something to it, or you can transmit off that pair of GPIO pins, or you can I didn't get the time, so it's waiting on me for something. When you know for a demo this kind of garbage is going to happen. Oh, there it goes. It just picked up. Sometimes it takes a while to get the time, and I don't know, and I'm just get real. All right, here we go. This is what it does when it cleans up. It writes all black, and then it writes the other stuff, and it's off and going. And if you do that a number of times, then you'll have a nice clean screen, except where you damaged it, or where I've damaged it. Anyway, so like I said, reading a couple of ports where it got two UART set up for RS-232, that TTL logic though, which was inverse RS-232, and 830. And there are a couple of tricks to doing it, so if you're under a problem, you could get in touch with me either through through my website or through the Texas the forum, Texas Instruments forum. Okay, and let me know if you like it, and I hope it's better than I did this my second time I've tried this, and the last time was too dark and blah 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 blah. So this is my second shot. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.